what's interesting about using filters like this and then using AI also is it removes the biases and the emotion. I think that somehow though protects you also as an investor, because sometimes we have our own lens of biases already, and this is just based purely on algorithms. This is just purely based on the math. Hey guys, in this video, I want to talk about how can you use AI to help you make winning trades, winning investments in the stock market. As you all know, I've been investing in the market for over a decade now, and I've seen how people can lose money in the markets, and I also had my share of mistakes and losses as well. And do note that when you start investing, when you start deciding to do things on your own, the entire decision-making process will be up to you. But not just that, the research and the emotions will be up to you, especially if you're putting your hard-earned money in the market. I do believe that it's something that will hit you if you don't come in prepared. And what I want to say is it's okay to buy stocks on your own. It's okay to use fundamental analysis. It's okay to use technical analysis, but they do come with its own inefficiencies and they do come with its own limitations. I've seen it through the years that a lot of people have lost money just because they could not handle their emotions, just because they came in without doing their own due diligence, just because they didn't do any research. That would be one of the best ways to lose money, especially if you're entering the markets. You've been following the news over the past months. We've seen how AI has taken center stage on how it has made things efficient and deliberate and without emotion. And we've seen so many applications of artificial intelligence in different facets of business, finance, and society. However, right now, I want to zero in that you could actually use AI in order for you to make better decisions, better research as you are investing in the stock market. There's a website called AltIndex which leverages on AI. So you're seeing it also here on the screen. And let's try to take a look at it together to see how is this beneficial. So you check it out. The website is altindex.com. And what's interesting about that is that it has its own stock alerts. She'll give you some data and information about stocks that you should be currently looking at in terms of its growth, in terms of Reddit mentions, sentiments as well. So you can see right here, there's a lot of very, very interesting US companies that have been very prevalent over the past weeks. But what's interesting about AltIndex, aside from their stock alerts and then aside from the top stocks that they would show, I think this is very good for people who want to filter out the stocks that they want as well. They also have AI stock picks. And what's interesting about that, depending on the account that you have, it will unlock more stock picks that the platform is actually giving out. So as you can see right here, by the time of this recording, they have a stock pick called WK. Based on the platform, it's showing us that it has a 17.8% upside. So let's try to track this also over the next few weeks if it will actually work and if the upside is actually there.
So this is what the premium account will get you. It will give you an extensive list of the AI stock picks that AltIndex has. So I'm just gonna go through them so you guys can see. And this goes for both going long, tells you when to buy, and its particular AI target and the upside. And it also shows you, similar to the other stocks like this one, Latch, it shows you also that it has downside, meaning it would be better if you would actually short it as well. So
they have an index, part of AltIndex. And what's interesting about AltIndex is the results of the stock picks that they have given out over the past months, and let's see how they have performed as well. I just want to read this also on how they actually work. AltIndex, so on a daily basis, their algorithm analyzes a vast range of signals from thousands of publicly traded companies, aiming to forecast future price movements and performance. From this multitude of predictions, a select few stocks are assigned either a buy or a sell signal. A stock with a higher AI score receives a buy signal, while a lower score leads to a sell signal. When there's a notable shift in the AI score over time, it gets re-evaluated, and if necessary, they adjust their stock picks. That's where you ensue if it's either a sell already from a buy or a buy from a sell as well, and that would help you also make the right decisions. As of the time of this recording, their algorithm has generated 78 stock picks. Among those stock picks, 77% yielded favorable outcomes, resulting in gains. Overall, their picks have yielded a positive return of 21.5%. They have BlackBerry, which was a sell, and they're still holding it right now. It's a winning trade. It's up 24.1%. They also have SDC, It's a short also, 0.39. They're still holding on to it. It's still up 76.9%. It's a winning trade. Then you have Funko, another sell. They closed the position already last August 19, 2023. It's a winning trade. It's up 34.5%. INTU, they went long, buy, they already closed the position. However, this was down 2.6%. They have OSTK, which they're currently holding now. It's up 23.3%. They have ANSS, which was a losing trade, 1.9%. BGFB, which they shorted and they made 2.9% off of it. They have G dot, which was another short where they lost 9.3% in that trade. They already closed it as of July 1. What's interesting about using filters like this and then using AI also is it removes the biases and the emotion. I think that somehow protects you also as an investor, because sometimes we have our own lens of biases already, and this is just based purely on algorithms. This is just purely based on the math. You'll see it right here that it's not 100%. There will always be times where the algorithm would still be wrong, but what's important about trading and investing really is when you're right, you maximize it. When you're wrong, you minimize it. And as long as you win often than you lose, then that would be a favorable position for your portfolio as well. And that's what we're trying to see here. And again, based on what I've mentioned, they're up 77% of favorable outcomes. They have a positive return of 21.5%. Now let's go through the list again. If I haven't mentioned BuzzFeed yet, they're still holding it. They're up 73.5%. Real, they lost money, 23%. AUB, Atlantic Union, it was a loss, 27.4%. ENPH was another losing trade at 27.3%. PLPC was a winning trade where they made 29.8%. ACB was another winning trade at 24.3%. EQIX was a win at 8.7%. PRTX, Vertex Pharmaceuticals, was a win at 15.8%. RAD, they shorted it. They made 69.8%. They're still holding on to it. Q Health is a winning trade. They closed it last August. They closed it last August 3, 2020. 8% from that. PSO was a losing trade. They lost 5.1%. American National Bank was a losing trade. Also, they lost 3.1% in that. PP was a winning trade, slight win, 0.3%. They closed it last April 1, 2023. They have Tupperware Brands, winning trade, 49.4%. They're still holding on to it. Motorsports Game, 65.2%. Ericsson, ICP was another winning trade. So I could go on and on and on and on with this list. You see a combination of trades that are currently open, and you see a combination of that they already closed as well. But I guess what's very, very important from all of this is that they created a system, they created an algorithm that makes the decisions for people. And from the picks is it allows people to make decisions not based on emotion, and it allows the algorithm, which I think gives people the ability to be able to shortcut their decisions. Do note that computers can do more things than us. They could go through a larger amount of data than we could ever do. They don't need to memorize stuff. This would be an interesting reference point, especially if you're just starting out and you want to have a good sense of how you want to go about your investing as well. I do suggest that you look at the website. Links are down below for you to be able to know more about AltIndex and their performance as well. I do suggest that you also do your own due diligence. It's the algorithms that's making the decision on what stocks that they would recommend as a buy or a sell. But it's ultimately also up to you to make the decision that you have to take the time to learn, to research more about AltIndex, to know more about it, and if it's something that fits you as well. If you want to see more about the performance, check out the website. If you want to know more about them, links are down below. Links are in the description for you to be able to check them out as well. You can try to open a free account to be able to see and navigate the website. But if you want to dig in and see more stock picks, they also have premium accounts as well that you would need to use if you want to upgrade and see more of your stock picks. So I guess that's it. I hope that this was something that was useful for all of you. This is Marvin Kermo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon. God bless you all.